Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red Dead Redemption Livestream Part 1. I am playing this on PS5. That's why I put in parentheses PS5 gameplay. I also do that on the actual public playlist as well. But it's been 3 weeks since I've streamed. I remember saying on the last stream that I did that I want to start streaming more, but there's a lot of stuff going on. If I can give you a very quick summary of what's been going on, since you guys know that I raise poultry, um, there is a thing called the avian flu, avian influenza, AI, whatever you want to call it. But avian influenza has been traveling from south up north and staying along the Ohio-Indiana border. It's the area that I live. So it's right around us right now, and we've also had a lot of scares currently with the drones. There's been drones around our area, like our immediate area, traveling from south up north, like 35, 40 minutes away from me, down south, up north, about another half an hour to 40 minutes away. I saw one last night, but there's been hundreds, or I'd say probably about 200 in total, maybe 300 in total, covering multiple counties in my area, from Indiana into Ohio, up north, down south. It's insane. So that's been kind of like the small updates been going on the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And I plan to do more Destroy Humans part, or Destroy Humans 2 Reprobed. And give me a second here. Yeah, I just want to make sure you're going to hear an echo there because I want to make sure the audio is coming through. So yeah, I just there's been a lot of stuff going on the last 3 weeks. Every time I tell you that I'm like, I'm going to keep streaming, I'm going to keep streaming, I'm going to keep streaming, then other things happen, and then I just stop streaming, because it's not something I make money off of. I just kind of let it go by the wayside until later on, where it's like, whatever. So I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna get into Red Dead Redemption. I have played this game like 7 or 8 times all the way through on PS3 when it came out in 2010 up to 2014 when the PS4 came out. So in like 3 or 4 years time, I probably played it twice a year, one and more, maybe one more than that. I think it's around 7, 8 times I played this original Red Dead game all the way through, because the story is just so fantastic. And then Red Dead 2 came out, and then just it can't get any better. Like, Rockstar hit it out of the fucking park with this game, and it just will always live forever in my mind as one of the best franchise to ever exist, ever in gaming history. I don't give a shit who says anything about it, because when it comes to a Western, you can make such good stories with it. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. We're going to keep going. We're going to stream this, and I'm probably going to stream for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, just to kind of start it off, and then later today I will stream again as well. So I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to just let all the cutscenes go, and before we get into, I think it's Armadillo, before I'll start talking again. So I don't know what the hell hardcore is. All right. Now we found. Yes, create a new save game. Yep. Continue. See, it's a PS4 game, obviously, but I'm playing on PS5. So I'm going to shut up.
for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
All right. So I'm super excited to play Red Dead 1. This is what forged my absolute love for the Western era of Rockstar. Like, such a solid franchise. Not a single person can tell me I'm wrong. And I'm going to explain just a very small, 10-second summary. I grew up being around my grandparents a lot. And even my dad watched Westerns all the time. We're talking about Gunsmoke, Bonanza, Rawhide, Clint Eastwood movies in general, John Wayne movies, Rooster Cogburn and True Grit. Like, all these Westerns is such solid storytelling, and that's literally what caused me to be excited for this franchise or this game that came out, because I was such a huge fan of GTA. But when this came out as a franchise, I couldn't get enough of this game. I put so many hours in this game. I think I put I would say probably about 2,000 hours most ever and Red Dead 1, and I think when you got older, you know, adulting happens, getting a job, you know, and then also running a business at the same time. It's like you don't really have much choice other than, you know, pay attention to your responsibilities. So, in Red Dead 1 or Red Dead 2, I think I have around 800 hours clocked into the game. So yeah, I love westerns, and they just will never get old. Storytelling is infinite in my mind.
Mr. Marston, over here.
And because of the era that they're in, it makes for good storytelling. Nothing's convenient. Everything's a struggle, and I fucking love it.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Alright. Sorry, I had to readjust my headset. My hair's getting a little too long, so I had to readjust it.
Mr. Marston? If you say so. Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
Mount off. Is that what you just said? You say mount up or mount off?
Take it easy until we're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus.
Or ruckus. Fucking KFC Colonel Sanders. Ain't no problem of causing a ruckus. Causing a ruckus out in Kentucky with my fried chicken. Causing a ruckus in Kentucky with my fried chicken. You want an extra crispy original? I'm about to make some bitches extra crispy in this game, that's for sure.
If you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Bill Williamson.
You ain't gonna find
Oh, sorry.
many folk around those
I don't want to give away the story.
Those you do find are about as sociable as
Spoilers?
back to you.
This game's been out since 2010. You don't know how the fucking story
I ain't
goes?
one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
15 years this game's been around. It's crazy to think of that. And it still looks this good.
are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man,
Oh,
I'm afraid.
jeez.
Ain't we all?
No, I'm serious. I'm literally a married man. I've got a kid.
Yeah.
I think John had a daughter.
Marshall hired me.
She died.
Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his
She
name.
died when she was really
Says he
young.
got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
right.
I could be wrong. I know Arthur had a daughter, I'm pretty sure. He had a son? I can't fucking remember.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston. Just over this hill. Gee up. Listen,
Whoa!
mister, this here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
It's really weird to say that, dude. The way you said it, that was weird. See you later, you weird old man. The way you said that at the end. Have yourself a real good time. It's like, what? Who the fuck says that? And he's like, do you know something I don't? Oh, you bet your ass I'm fucking doing that. Getting ready. I'm just gonna fucking shoot first person I see.
Sorry, but you're mine.
Ho! 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 Yeah, there you go. That's how it's done, gentlemen. Bill! Bill Williamson! Come on out, Bill! I haven't played this for a long time, so if I said that exactly how it exactly said. Oh, no.
Bill, I've come for you.
Oh, I was close.
Bill Williamson!
I got the
Come
two
out here
mixed.
right now!
Damn it. Damn it! I got
Go
mixed up.
away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
Yep.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
He had to.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Those young people keep daring each other to dish a mescalero. It's so dangerous. But do they listen?
All right. Oh, over here. My bad.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Jeez, calm down. Can you not adjust the camera? I wanted to adjust the camera on me to get me closer, but
There's
maybe
the
I
foreman's
can't.
office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Hop on up. He won't bite. Come on, boy. Come on. Time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Yeah.
To your right.
It's so far away. I wonder. Harvest 5,000 pounds of meat. Jeez. I think I did all these anyways a long time ago. Options. Display. We might turn the subtitles on just for the stream mainly. I don't know how big that scale is. I wish it would show you. Objective scale. Okay, let's see. Huh. Every shot counts. Because you can just have all those on all the time. Targeting mode.
Right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
They're not wrong.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
How do you do, sir? What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight.
Just got off my fucking horse. Jeez. Give me more than a half a second to do my shit.
A cold drink, Mr. Marston.
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston.
Miss McFarland.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
All right.
Right, follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you? Easy now. Let's see that rifle. I want a couple of these for the pop. Better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Good shot. That's it. Kill those little varmints. Nice shoot. Come on. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. Now back up. We should check out the rest of the ranch.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Must be gone or despawned or something.
Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
Come on.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
A lady of leisure. For her?
How's he getting so pumped?
Hurry! I bet they're going straight to the chicken.
Come on.
Damn coyote!
Come on. That's a kill.
Nice shot!
That's too bad. Ugh. All right.
Let's go.
It's always fun to
you can actually handle a
play Red Dead 1
It's something I've had
knowing
little experience in.
that a lot of
Maybe
his
Bill
character
Williamson
of
did
John
get lucky after
is
Luck didn't really come
inspired
into
by
it,
Arthur,
You're a useful
you know,
man to have around the
in the
ranch,
story,
that's for
the
sure.
chronological,
But don't
like,
think I've forgotten what brought
canon
you here.
sense
We'll do whatever
of
we
things.
can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Obviously, Arthur takes inspiration from John, because John was the original character,
This is
but,
you, Mr. Marston.
yeah. I just love, in canon,
Thank you for
he
your
takes
help, Mr. Marston.
a lot of
Makes
inspiration
me
from
kinda
Arthur.
Happy I saved your life. Get some sleep, and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
I have a theory for GTA 6 about how they can involve John Marston and Arthur. So, like, say, for instance, in GTA 6, there is this side mission that you have to use horses, okay? Obviously, they're going to have animals in GTA 6 like they did in GTA 5, but it's going to really be an expansion of what Red Dead 2 had. It's going to be pretty much all the same animals, but then also animals that are specific to the Florida, Miami area. So my idea is in GTA 6, you're going to come across this farmer, has horses. He's a rancher, he has cattle, you know, and he's got a small farm. And he moved there who knows how long ago. And the story that I think is that farmer is rancher, is actually a rancher who is a great-great-grandson of John Marston. And why I think that would be cool is he'd say his last name, you know, and he could say, you know, his last name is Marston or use a different name to kind of like, so people don't really understand who it is until after they see other stuff. But then later on, you see Arthur's hat hanging in the house of this farmer, of this rancher. Then people notice the hat, and then you're able to go up to the hat and ask that farmer questions like, "Hey, whose hat is this? You know, why is it just hanging up here? Why is it on a whatever on a whatever you want to call it?" And the rancher could literally tell the player, who would be yourself playing, could be saying, "Oh, that's just a hat of some guy, my great-great-grandfather or great-grandfather," who, you know, whoever knows how long. I'm assuming John would be like great-grandfather. It would have to be great-grandfather, I feel like. He's like, "Oh, it's just a guy my great-great-grandfather knew, and it was a part of the stuff my dad had from his dad, which, you know, would have been cool as hell." So, because his great-grandfather could be Jack. So, I don't know. There could be a lot of things, but I think what would be really cool is the way Jack would have raised his kid would have been more education rather than being in the farming industry. So you had John wanted to be a rancher, and he wanted to be a farm. You know, he's a farmhand. He wanted to be a rancher, whatever. He understands how that all works, because that establishes that in this Red Dead 1 at the very end when he's with Abigail, running his farm, whatever. And you see him, you know, herding cattle. And then later on, Jack grows up to be more of an educated book guy because, you know, the last thing he did was with Ross at the very end of Red Dead 1 of this game. And then he kind of gets away from that lifestyle, raises his kids to not be like that. And then his son wants to restart the farm because he kind of idolizes his grandfather, which is John, and realizes how much of a badass he was. And he wanted to be a part of that farm lifestyle because he was raised to be very, you know, put your nose in the book, only read, only education, whatever, and could be somewhat of a successful rancher. You know, it wouldn't be like a bunch of money. It'd still be like a small farm operation, but I think it'd be pretty sick if they would all just kind of work that way. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they could do because Red Dead 2 was so well received by everybody. And you're talking about GTA 6. It's got like a $2 billion budget to make the game. If there's not a Red Dead 2 reference for any of the characters and GTA 6, I will be very surprised. I'll be very surprised. Because they could easily do it without, like, letting GTA 6, or, yeah, letting GTA 6 be taken over by references of Red Dead 2. They could throw a few things here and there to make it work. So, that's just my theory. The whole Arthur's hat hanging on the wall. It's an old rancher, not an old rancher, but a, you know, guy probably like in his early 60s, mid 50s or whatever. And you can show the lineage of John Marston, who you know, because, yeah, you had Red that started Red Dead Revolver. I get that. They could even make references in that as well, but I really think John Marston, you know, really is the Superman of Red Dead series, because, you know, Superman is, for DC Comics, he is like the poster boy for Red Dead. Always has been, always will be. And then you had then you had Arthur Morgan, and just another amazing character. All right, so I'm gonna do a but yeah, that's just my theory on the whole GTA 6 and Red Dead series kind of clashing. So I think it would be really awesome if they did that.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stick next to the dog, mister.
Oh, geez. I think my headset's running out of power. It just... my other headset usually, like, it'll say, battery low. But no, this headset, it just makes a loud-ass beep. Beep! And you're like, oh, fuck. Am I at the ear doctor? What the hell's going on? Test your hearing. Or take it away, in other words. This feels like they're doing is taking it away. So I think after this little thing we're doing here, I'm going to end the live stream, and then I will start it up again. Maybe by 4 o'clock. It's going to be 1:30 here shortly for me. 1:30 p.m. and I will end it, and I'll be able to stream the game again tonight. I probably stream it at least 3 times, like this counting as the first one. The next couple will be an hour long for each one. But God, I don't know if you guys can hear that beep sound, but it's loud as hell. Oh, it's up here. I can hear guys fighting. I'm gonna fill you full of holes, buddy.
If I see you here again, you're dead.
Let these guys go. They won't be back anytime soon. If I see any repeated character models, they're dead. They're dead. Because if it's a repeated character model, I don't give a shit how outdated this game is. If it's a repeated character model, specifically the guy in the blue suit and the blue top hat, he's dead. I'm killing him. Blue suit, blue top hat. If I see him again, he's dead. Mark my fucking words. We don't like repeated offenders around here. Oh boy, $24. I'm gonna go get myself a gourmet meal and buy myself a horse. Gourmet meal for $5 and a horse for $10. What am I gonna do with that extra $10? We never will know. Oh, this game is so good. Okay, that's what we're gonna live stream. I already said it was gonna be about 45 minutes to an hour. It's gonna cut short a little bit, but Yeah, I would say here the next 2.5, 3 hours max, I will be back with another live stream for Red Dead and kind of go from there. So if you're interested at all with Red Dead 2, I streamed that in 2018 when it first came out. So I have the full, Red Dead 2 live stream series from part 1 to part, who knows how many parts I did. I can't remember. Maybe 50 parts plus. I don't know. But yeah, if you're interested in part 2 or in Red Dead 2, the whole series is out. It's been out for a long time. So, all right. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Again, there's that beep. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But thank you guys again for watching. As always, I'm a non-profit YouTuber / streamer. Do this purely for fun. And Red Dead Redemption is always fantastic. It's top of the line gaming experience when it comes to story. And just, it's so well done and polished. For the time that it came out, even today, this game holds up graphically, in my opinion. It's just a solid game. So, thank you guys again, and I will see you all in the next live stream.